It was just 2/22/22. And you know what? I don't care at all. Didn't do anything. Because as you would know if you've seen some of my other videos on things like angel numbers, like the way we conceptualize time on our phones, or the fact that we use the Gregorian calendar, like that means absolutely nothing to me. That is a human construct. And though I do believe in synchronicities, and I absolutely believe in astrology on some levels for certain things, the fact that it was just February 22nd of the year 2022, just intuitively, that means absolutely nothing to me. That said, something that is significant right now is that we are having a Pluto return of sorts when it comes to the fact that Pluto, for the first time since the United States was founded, is back in that position within the solar system. Now, because I didn't want to have to try to memorize this and then mess it up, I have a little card here. Pluto is a planet that deals with renewal, inner resources, basic instincts, motivation, personal power, evolution, cycles in general, death, rebirth, suspicion, obsession, intensity, reckoning, clearing, and extremes. This is why we're seeing things like the Canadian trucker convoy, which is slowly winding down. I actually have a friend who was there in the beginning, which is so cool. And why we're seeing the United States trucker convoy starting up right now. We are in this amazing moment in our lifetimes where energy is just unbelievably energized. Really cycling, and we can all really feel those cleansing and recharging energies, but we also have to be aware of the bad energies that comes with this as well, and why moving forward I really wanted to share this message with you. Now, first of all, welcome everyone to another video. I'm Ann Blackwood, your Silicon Valley Sage Sister, here to bring consciousness to the forefront of your daily life to make life a little kinder and simpler. So, just yesterday I was watching this video talking about an American trucker convoy that is getting started. It is going to be, I guess, its final destination is Washington, D.C. And I find it really interesting because, we don't hear about these things on the news unless they can frame them in some sort of bad light. So it was really, really interesting to get to watch these people come together to start the United States trucker convoy on a level like the Canadian convoy happened. We had some United States truckers gather on the United States border when the Canadian convoy started. But it was not to the same degree. And so I felt like it was really necessary for a couple of reasons to bring this to everyone's attention. First of all, because you're not really going to hear about it. And, like I said, I had a friend who was at the convoy in Canada, in Ottawa. He actually went and participated in that. And getting to see his videos, it was so cool. Because, from any certain news outlet, all you're going to hear is about things like Nazi flags and white supremacists, and how these are fringe minority groups of people. But that's not the case. That's not the case at all. These are people from all walks of life coming together to make it clear how they feel. And a lot of people say things like back to normal, back to normal, back to normal. But as I've been saying from the beginning of this, there is no back. There's only forward. And we can either move forward to normal. We can move forward and have it be worse, or we can move forward to better. And that's really what I want to encourage everybody to really start contemplating. How do we move forward to better? Because we can. We absolutely can. This is our opportunity. We are in so many different ways at this rebirth point where we have the opportunity to cleanse the ground in that metaphorical sense, because we are in the winter in so many different ways, where right now it's time to clear, cleanse. It's really that preparation time energetically where we want to be taking this into consideration. We are going to be planting seeds very soon. And how can, again, metaphorically, I know also physically, but I'm talking metaphorically. And how can we set ourselves up for the best possible outcomes? What foundation can we lay so that our seeds of oneness, of joy, of love, of abundance can flourish moving forward? So I really want to encourage everybody to start thinking about this. What can we start clearing away? What isn't serving us right now? Things like division. Things like suspicion, obsession, this feeling of the feelings of fear, the feelings of sadness. How can we appropriately invite them to move on? Say thank you. Thank you for all that you've done for me. Thank you for your service. Release them. Honor them and release them so that we can move forward to better, because we are one. We are one. We are all a part of God's source, spirit, cosmic consciousness. We are all connected. There isn't a single one of us that doesn't affect the universal karma. And I just did that video on karma. But that applies not just individually, but cosmic consciousnessly. And how can we move forward with good energy, with high vibrational energy? How can we, with curiosity and compassion in our hearts, move forward to better? I want to show you guys these videos. I should have written this down. I want to show you guys these videos, and I will credit the YouTube channel that I got them from. I subscribe to them, and I highly recommend you subscribe to them too. I think it's LD? I feel so bad that I don't remember. But I want to thank them for providing us with this video, bringing this to my attention, because that's the only way we get real good news these days, is from these smaller sources that aren't backed by these bazillionaire corporations. So I want to show you these two clips from this, that out of the whole thing, and I will cite the video that they came from, I felt were the two things that I really wanted to share with you because of the way they impacted me when I watched them. So, yeah, check this out.
Next up are the trekkers, but I also want to recognize a Vietnam veteran who served in an absolutely hellacious war overseas, and he was in a POW camp. He's a medic. He is standing beside me here. His name is George Park, and he asked me to remind every single one of us that freedom is not free, and that we must fight to keep the ideals of this country the way they've always been. And God bless the trekkers for leading the charge. And with no further ado, this is Trekker Brian Brazzi to say a few words.
Well, I'll say here, I'm going to try to close this out as quickly as I can. A lot of people have asked why we're doing this, what's your reason behind it, and people want like a defined, clear answer. They think it's one issue, one thing, but the truth is, freedom! It's about my children. It's about my future grandchildren. It's about our families. It's about our country. It's about letting our government know that you work for us. People can try to paint this any way they want. They're going to say this is a far right or far left, or this is a partisan issue, but it's not. It's an American issue. It's a world issue. To the truck drivers around the world, now is your time to stand up. Now is your time to usher in a renaissance time of freedom. Do not bow down. Do not give up. Freedom, 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 freedom. Thank you everyone for your support. We love you. We appreciate you. Keep the spirit alive. Thank you, drivers. I love you.
So, no matter where you stand on any issues that we are facing right now, I want you to start really contemplating the fact that A, we haven't changed, the lines moved. Like, if you understood that, like, when people talk in terms of left and right these days, like, we associate Republicans with the right and Democrats with the left, but that is flip-flopped even in my lifetime, let alone my parents' lifetime, let alone since the United States was founded. Like, this idea of left and right, like, again, attachment is like the one thing that gets us in trouble the most, trying to identify with things. So I want to encourage everybody to start asking yourself, how can I start seeing us all as one? as source energy, as the children of God, as cosmic consciousness, however you want to look at it. And how can I start approaching everyday life with more curiosity and more compassion? Because we have this opportunity, both physically and metaphysically, to really create a great foundation for ourselves. Again, both physically and energetically, to move forward to better, rather than continue on with this disruptive, in a bad way, because there's disruption that can be a good thing, but it's gotten to this point where it's disruptive in a bad way. How can we start aligning ourselves with constructive discourse through curiosity and compassion, so that we can move forward to better, rather than this very toxic situation we've got going on because of this lack of gratitude for having gotten what we wanted and it just not showing up fast enough. I ordered equality. They said it was here, but I don't see it on my front porch. Apparently it's still in that shipping truck. Or it showed up on my front doorstep, but it didn't look exactly how I wanted it to, so I'm sending it back. Like, I can remember in my lifetime where things outside in the world around me with other people felt so good, an energy that was so light, where people weren't fighting over special treatment or sides, where everyone was coming together and truly seeing that we all, especially here in America, have equal opportunity to take advantage of, in a good way, all the things we have at our disposal. And now people are just trying to take advantage in a bad way. And it doesn't need to be like that. If we could all just approach life with a little more curiosity and a little more compassion, we could all feel a little bit better about ourselves, others, and the world around us. I really want to hold another worldwide group meditation, because it is scientifically proven, although some of us have a weird relationship with that concept these days for a good reason, but it is scientifically proven that meditation doesn't just affect the people meditating, it affects the people around them. And so I would like to hold another worldwide group meditation to send those around us a little love, a little light, a little peace, a little compassion, and a little bit of willingness to be curious rather than certain, curious rather than assuming. So let me know in the comments if that is something that you would like to participate in, and I will get your information, because I am going to be putting that out through my email list. So that is one of the links in the description, so you can sign up for my mailing list, And that will, when I hold that, probably in a couple of weeks, we'll see, but soon, so that we can not just help ourselves, but help everyone around us start to understand that we don't have to be divided. We can be united and be different. So yeah. Trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say. I guess not. I guess not for now. Thank you guys for joining me for another video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like button stuff. Check the description for all those amazing links, including the link to my email list. I only put one email out a month at the most. Actually, I haven't put any emails out for the last couple of months because I've had nothing of the latest and greatest to convey. And that was my promise, was that for everyone who signed up to my mailing list, you would not love to hate getting emails from me, because I would only send them out when there was something important to say, something new to say. My next email is actually going to be a survey because I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from you guys on a handful of things. And so yeah, my next email is going to have a survey in it. So definitely check out the links in the description. That includes my mailing list, my Patreon, where I get even deeper into the spiritual and the practical in meditations, journal exercises, courses, mini-series, you name it. So much good stuff on Patreon, and starting at as little as $11.11 a month. I have my one-on-one holistic health sessions that I do with people. We all are these spirits having a temporary human experience, and due to that, we have these health systems, mind, body, and spirit. And when even just one is out of balance, we can feel like we're doing everything right and not wonder why it's going so wrong. And that is what I help people do through making sure that their human systems are healthy, allow happiness to come naturally. And last, but of course, not least, may the energies you serve you well. As I end my sanctuary videos, be brave, stay sane, stay curious, be kind to each other, and let's keep making our way through.